Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Hurricanes will kick it away first. Texas. Looking for blockers. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. Looking for a productive play on first down. Running to the left. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gleason. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Can anyone catch him? And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Listen, the big hog mollies up front, the big offensive line paved the way for a big first down.
The Longhorns are flying down the field. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. On the move at the 30. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Now on the option. The pitch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. The give to the tailback. Smashes through. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers, and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David, you're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch passing could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Texas.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. A designed run for the quarterback. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up with the run on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. He's looking to throw. Dances away. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
After a drive this long, a field goal would be demoralizing at this point. It's 3rd and goal. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
4th down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Moving away from pressure. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Hey, man, if we're going to show up here and play this game, we're not kicking field goals early.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball.
And it's so great to see the resiliency of this defense, because they've been on the field now for a few minutes, right? This offense has been churning play after play after play, and they're getting yards, but the defense never quit. They were able to get to the ball, force the turnover, get possession, and now they get a much-deserved rest.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Sandoval. He's going to let it go. Finds space on the right. And he breaks into the open. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Miami!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically...
And that pass picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Offense set on 1st down. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Makes his connection. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Eastern Michigan is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed style of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 4 over the Red Hawks of Miami. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
First down for this offense. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And on second down for this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Might as well stick with him. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Skips away from pressure. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, just keeps firing. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Oh, man. Quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And to get rid of it quickly. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down. Job in coverage, great job reading the QB's eyes, so there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And this offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Miami 10, Texas 6.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wants to throw. It's Sandoval. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He'll keep it on the sneak. The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Pick up for 5, it'll be 3rd down and 5. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking for a man. It's Sandoval. Swings it out to his running back. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is. Make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
Absolute shank. Missed it. After the miss, the lead is still 4. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Running behind that left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll try to get outside. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
I don't think the defense was expecting run on that play. 2nd and forever. They were all dropping back into coverage. They got gashed.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. They want to run this quarterback. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the 1st? That's huge.
Red pass, it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
They'll try the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to seal the edge on the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the defense had the perfect play call on there. Offense trying to go toss into the boundary, but the defense dialed up the corner blitz. Perfect play for the perfect moment. They get the tackle for loss.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 30. The expressway is wide open. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. At the 40, there he goes. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Quickly complete. He gets it into the end zone for the 2, and they extend the lead to 4.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here. The quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I'd go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Got his man quickly. At the 45, on his way. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Sandoval. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He makes a catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Here's the handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow at 2nd and 7.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Fires to the big fella. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Georgia looked less like a pack of dogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough between the hedges, and today they found a way outside of Sanford Stadium. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Grabbed in the middle, it's Castro. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Longhorns will punt this one away. Secures it at the 30. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Sexton. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Scanning the field, it's Sandoval. Stands in and takes the hit. What a snag by the defense. He'll try to take it back. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Miami 17, Texas 14.
The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half.
This one away.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Quick release on the RPO. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to throw, it's Sandoval. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. The Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin them deep. Fair catch, called for and made. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
From the gun on third down. Coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Right back to the well. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Now on first down from the 43. The lone back's got it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He'll take it himself. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Touch pass on the run. Headed to the end zone. In with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Canes.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Texas.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Texas offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stock fall and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Longhorns in the hurry up. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Now improvising. It's complete to the right. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people will do it. Again, we see the breaks, we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Power football with the run. And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Trying to get the edge on the toss. At the 35, he's open. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Third down and 2, you know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
Trying the left side. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Tackle is made at the 14-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd down, going up top. Floating away. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the 3rd quarter will wrap up with a big sack.
With the score, Miami 24, Texas 14.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Sexton. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Going over the top. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've done a lot of really nice things on the road in this game so far, and that's why they have the lead. But after that incompletion now, you can sense the momentum now switching back to the home team late in this game.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Sandoval. He's got his man. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. This crowd bringing serious noise on this huge 4th down play. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. Touchdown, Miami! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
Yeah, in this offense, listen, we're in Fort Speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get 1st downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the 1st down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
The Longhorns moving quickly to the line.
And on the heels of that last big play now, you'd love to keep the momentum going and score quick. How about staying aggressive? Try to throw this thing into the end zone. You need to get the ball back, and you need to save as much time as you can.
Now on 2nd down.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35.
Well, the good news is you got the 1st down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chain. on the option. Runs through a tackle. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Here it is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Buying some time. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab on the left. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Finds a crease at the 20. All kinds of running room. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking for space. It's locked. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Open space at the 25. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Tackle is made after the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the left. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Ooh, and I love the running back here running into the blitz. He saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On the option. He'll pitch it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane! That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
He'll start the return inside his 5. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. The deficit is large. Hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Here's a throw downfield late. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the extra point is good. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the fourth quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession. And now let's see what happens.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
He's taking the deep shot. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. With the clock running, this should be the final play.
Now, 4th down.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you